In this video, I'm going to be doing my Premier League team of the season predictions. There might be some unpopular opinions within this, but let me know in the comments which players you agree with, which players I missed out on. So I'm going to be doing the starting 11 first, and then probably a backup player for each position. So in goal, I'm going to go with this man. In goal, I'm going to go with Vicario from Spurs. Now, it's his first season in the Premier League, and normally, I don't think he's the best goalkeeper in the Premier League. I think Alisson is the best goalkeeper, but Alisson has been injured for a portion of the season, so it would be a bit unfair to give it to him. Vicario's coming to the Premier League, been especially in the first half of the season, outstanding for Spurs, and he's still been solid, but Spurs have been conceding a bit more lately. Well, that's probably not down to him. For a first season in the Premier League, he's definitely been one of Spurs' best players this season, most consistent as well. So that's why he gets in for me. The backup goalkeeper is going to be Andre Onana from Manchester United. Now, people are going to laugh at this choice as a backup, but he's had quite a few clean sheets in the Premier League. He's definitely up there, definitely in the top 5 for clean sheets. And this man faces so many shots per game, it is ridiculous. You've seen the stat, it was a couple of games ago, like 3 games we conceded like over 90 shots. Now, what is he supposed to do against that? And considering he's got so many clean sheets, if this was based on the whole season, like including the Champions League, he would definitely not be in there, because Champions League he cost Man United that tournament. But in the Premier League, he has been very solid, and after AFCON, he's been one of United's best players. So that's why he's the second option for me. In right back, I've gone with Trent Alexander-Arnold. Now, like I said for Alisson, he was injured for a portion of the season, and so is Trent. But you cannot deny Trent's quality at right back. Goals and assists this season, he's had a massive improvement this season compared to last. And I feel like a team of the season, a Prem team of the season without Trent is not a Prem team of the season. This man is incredible. The things that he can do from right back is absolutely outstanding. So he has to be in the team for me. My backup choice for Trent would be Ben White. Now, not a natural right back, but last season he started there, and this season, after January, he's just kicked on. He's just become one of Arsenal's better players. I remember the game against Manchester City, he was the only one looking like he was going to do anything in that game for Arsenal would actually go on the attack. Ben White has been very, very solid for Arsenal this season. Wasn't many choices for right back, to be honest, but he was definitely up there as well behind Trent. I'm going to do the first 2 centre backs together. Now we've got Saliba and Van Dijk, 2 Rolls Royces of centre backs for their team. Van Dijk's had a resurgence again this season, been top quality. Second half, well, towards this latter stage of the season, he's dropped off. I don't know, fatigue, too much playing, or the players around him have just dropped off. But he has been exceptional again this year, especially in the first part of the year, claiming the Carabao Cup for them as well, with their winning goal. And Saliba, Arsenal's best centre-back. The reason they didn't win the league last season, because he got injured, but this season, they're not on top anymore, but they can easily come back into it if City drop any points. Arsenal are there to pounce. For me, these two are easily the best 2 centre-backs in the league. And the backup, so the backup 2 centre-backs, we've got Gabriel, obviously Saliba's partner in crime. To be fair, they both complement each other very, very well. But I just couldn't put him ahead of Saliba. And Pau Torres played the most games at centre-back for Aston Villa this season. I need to get a couple of Aston Villa players in here of how well they've done. So for me, he had to go in here to represent Aston Villa. He's played the most games out of any centre-back for them, so he definitely had to be in. Now for left back, we've got another Spurs player. We've got Udogie, another debut season in the Premier League for him. He was on loan at Udinese last season, come back to Spurs this season and played an exceptional part in the way they've been playing. Going forward, this guy is a joke, and I'm looking forward to seeing in the next couple of seasons what he pushes on to do. People are concerned about him not being an actual left back, being more of an attacking option, but this season defensively he's been quite solid. I remember 1 red card, I think he might have had 2. Going forward, this guy is very important to Ange's setup. He's been by far the best left back in the league. Not many options at left back, to be honest. Like I said, not many options at left back this season, with Shaw being out for a majority of the season. Same with Robertson. You've got Robinson, not Robertson, in at left back from Fulham. Now he's already got a team this season, so they've already given this call, but he would have definitely been one of my selections as the backup left back for Udogie anyway. Very good season with Fulham. So for my midfield 3, I've gone with Rodri, Rice and Palmer. Now, Rodri and Rice technically play the same position, but I could not leave either one of them out. They're so important to their team. Rodri, we know what he can do. Man City haven't lost a game with this man in the team for over 60 games now, which is a ridiculous. Declan Rice brought him for big money in the summer, 100 million, and he's definitely lived up to that price tag as much as you can for that money. He's not been a flop at all. Probably, I would say, definitely in the top 3 Arsenal players this season. with Saliba, maybe even top 2. Saliba and him being very vital to the way to Arsenal's success this season. And then you've got Cole Palmer, brought in for 40 million to Chelsea. People were like, why is he paid 40 million for unproven Premier League player from Manchester City? But my God, has he been unbelievable for them. And if it wasn't for him, they would find themselves even further down the league table. Now, he's got 20 league goals this season, joint top with Erling Haaland at the moment. And what a debut season for him at Chelsea. He had to go in this team for me. Could not leave this man out. Now the players for the bench for the midfield are going to be as follows. For the backup 3 midfielders, I've gone with Douglas Luiz from Villa, Martin Odegaard and Kudus. Now they've already given Kudus a team of the season card already. That backs up my point of him getting one. He's been very good for West Ham since he's joined. Scored a lot of goals for them. Iconic celebration of him sitting on the board. I feel like he's just getting started. Next season he'll definitely push on to even better. He could definitely even get a move maybe to a bigger team. I remember Chelsea were linked to him at some point as well. They must have signed, I think it might have been before they got Madueke, I'm pretty sure. Very decent for Arsenal, very solid season. The captain for the club, another very solid season for him. Just a very consistent player. Occasionally goes missing in the big games, but still, what a player for them. And Douglas Luiz, what a season he had. I think he has been injured for a bit, because I haven't seen him playing for Villa, but when he has been playing, he's been unbelievable for them. Got a lot of goals for them this season as well. As you can see, no real Manchester City players in here, which is not like De Bruyne obviously should be in here, but he's been injured for a lot of the season. So I've got to take stuff like that into account. And the front 3 that I've gone for is Foden, Haaland and Watkins. Now, I was very tempted to put in Salah or Saka over Erling Haaland, but he's a joint top goal scorer, so I just couldn't do that, so I had to get Erling in here. Watkins, most goal contributions I think this season were 30, 19 goals and 11 assists. Could be wrong, maybe 18 goals, 12 assists. He's had a wonderful season for Villa. People doubted his ability. Troy Deeney said he was a winger playing striker. He's definitely proved him wrong by saying that with the amount of contributions he's had this season. Been question marks over Watkins' finishing in the past, but this season he's put them. He's been playing, and he definitely, for me, should definitely go to the Euros as the backup for Kane for in the England squad. We've spoke about Haaland. Foden, been one of Manchester City's most important players this year. You normally rely on Haaland or De Bruyne to carry Man City through troubles, but Foden this season's been incredible. Turned up in big games and big moments, and that's why he's in the team for me. Now, the backup 3 for the attacking options are Salah and Saka, who I've already mentioned. Scored a great amount of goals for their team this season, but their performances as of late have been very disappointing, especially Salah after AFCON. Been very, very underwhelming for Liverpool. And Saka, I don't know what's happened to him. I don't know if he's tired or what, but he's been dropping some stinkers recently. Maybe he just needs a rest. I'm not sure. And then Heung-min Son for Spurs. Been a very, very important player for Spurs this year. Playing in a different role. Playing as the main striker in replace of Harry Kane. And I feel like he has filled them shoes quite well. So I feel like he deserves to be in this team this season. Obviously, all these cards will not get team of the seasons, but it'll be very interesting to see how many I can get correct. Now, if you do agree with any of the players, if you do disagree with any of the selections that I've made, let me know who you would change out. I feel like I've done quite a solid 11. There's only a couple controversial picks, I feel like most of the 11 is in unanimous decision. I could easily see why people put White in for Trent maybe, or Onana shouldn't be in here at all. Or you could start Salah or Saka on the wing instead of, I don't know, because you can't take out Watkins. You just can't take out Watkins for what he's done this season. Even though Haaland scored 20 goals, you could definitely take him out and put, I don't know, Salah in for Liverpool. Well, that's completely up to you guys. But if you have enjoyed, please drop a like. If you're excited for Prem Team of the Season, smash that like button. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.